Peoples, what's going on? I am Finesse, and today we're here in the Finesse Garage because I have some clothing items that I received from Indian Motorcycle, as well as some clothing items that I purchased on my own, and I wanted to give you guys a closer look at some of this stuff. Now, before we get started though, this weekend there's going to be the demo truck at Savannah Motorsports, and I did some scrounging around, and I have one final $500 gift card to give away to somebody purchasing an Indian motorcycle. So if you're going to be in the local area or you planning on buying an Indian motorcycle, if you do it this weekend, I will be there to give that card away. So I'll see you there. All right. Anyway, now, when I first got into Indian motorcycles, when I first became an ambassador and was doing all of these things, I never really put a thought into the gear that they offer up until like some months after I got my motorcycle, my Challenger. And typically when I think of these things, I'm thinking, okay, well, it's a motorcycle company, so they're not going to be doing, you know, any crazy stuff with their clothing lineup. Oh boy, was I wrong. All right. Like these are some premium items for your premium motorcycles, and Indian Motorcycle does a really good job at this. And also, if you are looking to purchase any of these items, right? If you put them in your cart, if your cart is less than $100, you can use the code Oscar10, and that's going to give you 10% off of that purchase, right? So once your cart goes above $100, Indian Motorcycle has their own rewards program that takes over after that point. So that's why the 10% does not work. And I want to say that I had not explained that yet. So I wanted to make sure that I got that out. So if your cart is less than $100, you can use Oscar 10 on apparel, and that'll give you 10% off of those items, right? So, all right, now I've got my handy dandy notes so I don't miss anything. But first off, we're going to start off with these jackets. And also you're going to see that I have some men and some women's items because, you know, Mrs. Finesse rides. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get rolling. So this right here is the women's Alex denim jacket. Very nice jacket. It feels real solid. It's thick too. It's a nice, you're going to have a lot of protection with this. You get two small pockets up top, and you have two zipper pockets down below. So, you know, you can put your keys, or, you know, if you need an ID or something, you can put it in there and it's nice and secure. Another thing with these, the lapels on the collar, those do button down. So you're not going to have that flapping in your face when you're going down the road. And also each of the buttons on this jacket, whether it be on the front or on the cuffs, the zippers, I mean, everything has Indian Motorcycle on it. Well, except for the side zippers. But the main zipper has Indian Motorcycle. The buttons, like I said, all of those have Indian Motorcycle. Really nice jacket. You have a mesh liner on the inside. You also have a middle pocket here on the inside of the jacket. So if you want to put some more back protection, or you want to put some back protection in there, you can put some back protection in there. So this jacket does come with some CE rated protection here on your shoulders and here on the sleeves. So these pads are really, really thin, but they do give you CE grade level protection, and they're very flexible. And it's very comfortable to wear. You know, it's not like the old school pads where it's all bulky and you can't bend your arm and all this stuff. These feel a lot more comfortable when you're trying to, you know, move your arms or grab bars or do whatever it is that you need to do while you're riding. All right. All the stitching is nicely done. I mean, like this is a really thick jacket, and Miss Finesse. So, what I've heard some feedback from some female riders that have Indian motorcycles and like Indian motorcycle clothing, and they were saying there were some issues with the fit. And Mrs. Finesse is not a skinny woman. She's she's a healthy woman. But she says this fits her great. Typically around the breast, women have problems with the fit with the breast and then the waist. But she said this fits her great. If I can, I'll get her to pop it on and give you guys a shot of that. But and possibly even get her thoughts on it. It'd be better you hearing it from her than me. All right. But that's the women's Alex denim jacket. Put that to the side. So next up, I have the denim Atlanta riding jacket. All right. So this jacket, it has like a denim outer to it. However, this is a water resistant jacket. So a little bit of a different type of jacket, and you'll see once you look on the inside. And this also has the CE grade protection on the shoulders and the sleeves. However, the collar is a bit of a different style of collar. I think that's called a China collar, maybe. I mean, that's what it is in a suit. I don't know what it is for racing jackets, but that's what I'm gonna call it right now. And these buttons here also have the Indian Motorcycle logo with the 1901 on it. It's a really nice touch. Collar has a button. So the one thing that I did notice about this collar that I didn't necessarily care for, because when I had it on last night and I was riding the bike, and the collar was coming up because you're in a seated position. So the collar was coming up to the strap on my helmet, and every time I turned my head, it would drag across there. So that was a bit uncomfortable, but other than that, the jacket fits great. All right, so on this pull, you have like a little cloth pull on there. And that'll bring it down. All right. On the inside, you can see the weather resistant or the water resistant backing. There's like a plastic backing on the back of this jacket. So that does make the material kind of stiff. And I would assume that as you wear it, it's going to loosen up a little bit. But just straight out, the jacket is kind of stiff. You also have a pocket back here to add additional protection. And like I said, you've got the CE protection here on the shoulders and the elbow/forearms. And even these pockets, you have the two lower pockets, and then you've got the button pockets. Obviously, the button pockets aren't going to be, they don't have a weather resistant layer to it. But these pockets here on the outside, they have a rubber covering over the zipper. So anything you put in there should stay dry for the, it should stay dry for the most part. Really solid jacket, really nice quality. It is a comfortable jacket. It fits well. You also have some adjustability with the buttons and the zippers here on the sides. You got 2 layers of that. And that's kind of it. You have your Indian logo on the back. And that's kind of it for the jacket. I mean, like I said, it's a really nice jacket. The only criticism that I have is that collar. I would have preferred a regular lapel collar, just like on the women's denim jacket that I just showed you guys. But this is for a different purpose. It's for rain, so you're trying to keep the water out. I can see how that's beneficial. But like I said, that button dragging across my the strap on my helmet was less comfortable. All right, let's put this here on the side. All right, so here we have the Indian Motorcycle matte modular helmet. All right. Now, when I first chose this, I really liked the styling that was on the helmet. However, I didn't play in my head, hey, you don't have a bike with any with any patterns on it, so it might look a little weird. So I miscalculated on that one. But at any rate, this is probably it is actually one of the most comfortable helmets that I own. Like, you see all these helmets up here above me. I got some helmets back there too. Of all the helmets that I own, this is the most comfortable helmet that I have. and that's because of the materials that's on the inside. But before we get into that, so for this one, you get your Indian Motorcycle logo up here. You also get it here in the back. These are DOT helmets. The helmets do come in these nice bags. They have like a soft material on the inside, and then you've got like a I don't know, like a nylon material on the outside. You've got 1, 2, 3 vents on the top. You've got some exhaust in the back. You also have an opening here to let air in through there. And these visors come with the pen lock anti-fog screen that goes on the windshield, or the face shield. So you get that as well. You can see it right there. Of course, if you're familiar with the pen lock, it does a fantastic job of keeping your visor clear. So if you're at a stop when it's cold, you're not fogging it up. Vice versa, when it's hot and you stop, it's not going to fog it up either. All right, so these are modular helmets. They also have the sun visor on the inside. You can get this helmet in this color and in the all black, which is what I have right here. But when you look on the inside of this helmet, all right, as soon as you open it up, the first thing that you're going to notice is this air curtain here for your chin. So that's got like a suede or microfiber liner on it. I'm not sure what material that is, but whatever it is, that is super comfortable. And that also continues on the inside of the helmet. The entire inside of the helmet is made of this soft material here. Now, I was looking on the website. It didn't say what material that is, but when you take this and you compare it to, let's see here. All right, this is a Sedici helmet that I have. And when you compare that material to the material that's inside of this Sedici helmet, like this, it's comfortable, but the feeling that you get on your skin is not like the feeling that you get on your skin from this. Like this has a cool, smooth, soft touch to it. And I would prefer this in every helmet that I have. So yes, the interior of this helmet is very nice. I really wish I had the opportunity to wear it more. I think I wore this for a total of about 5 minutes. But it's just because of the pattern. I don't have anything, my bikes don't go with this pattern. I don't have any bikes that go with this pattern. And that's the only unfortunate thing about this, why I don't wear this helmet. But, like I said, I got the black one here. And this one I can wear. Okay? All right. And these are exactly the same. So, the only difference is the color scheme, where this has a pattern and this is all black. And when you open it up, so on the inside, there's also built ready for communication. As you can see right here, I've got my communication device attached to it. The pockets on the inside, they're nice and deep because I've got upgraded speakers in this helmet. And I have no problems here getting my ears in and out. It doesn't rub against my ear or anything like that. And even the curtains that are going over those speakers have that soft material in there. I'm telling you guys, man, it is just an amazing feeling helmet. It really is. I love wearing this helmet. And I don't like full face helmets, but I like wearing this. It's a very fantastic helmet. Very good quality. And if I have a helmet that I'm gotta wear that's gonna be a full face, this is gonna be my first choice. All right. All right, let's put that back over there. All right, now let's talk about the men's lace-up boot. These are also available for women in this same style. However, the stitching on the women's is a little bit different. They've got some white stitching up top here where these are black. But the construction of these boots are fantastic. 9 times out of 10, if you see me in a video on my motorcycle, I am wearing these boots. These boots are so comfortable. When I first joined the military and back in the day, I was issued a pair of boots, and you have to break those boots in, and they seem like they're kind of rough in the beginning, but after a couple of weeks of wearing them, they conform to your feet, and they fit well. These remind me of those boots, of those combat boots that I used to wear. These boots are so comfortable. I can ride on the bike. I can walk around town. You know, I could do whatever and don't have to worry about my feet being uncomfortable because these boots are so comfortable. Okay. Now as you can see, like I said, you know, I've been using these bad boys, so they're a little bit dirty, and I cannot remember if I wore them in wet weather or not. I don't know if they advertise them as being water resistant. I don't think they are. No, I don't think they are. But these are some very durable, very good boots. I may have to get another pair. You got the zipper on the side here, right? So, you know, it's a quick, you just slide your foot in and zip it up and you're ready to go, assuming you tie it right. You got your Indian motorcycle stamped here. You also have it stamped here on the back. On the bottom of the laces, there's also another Indian motorcycle tab on there, as well as the tongue. It has a logo. But the leather on these boots is really good. They're really sturdy. They cover your ankles up. You got a little bit of an ankle protector right here. So I highly recommend these boots. These boots are great. I think they look good too. Just that little lace over there for your shifting gears, for your shifter peg, is a great touch. All right. I'm gonna put this in here because, like I said, I gave you guys a short video on it. I showed you some images, but we never really did get to look in this box. All right. So this is the original grain and Indian motorcycle collaboration. On their website, they do collaborations with other companies as well. But of course, it being Indian motorcycle, this is what stood out to me. So when you get this watch, now, so depending on the watch that you get, it also comes in different cases. I know some of the ambassadors got one that had a wooden case and some other things, but this one here comes in a nice little black box. It's cool. So when you open it up, it's a leather pouch. Has the Indian motorcycle logo here, the Indian grain there on the sides. And it's got 3 buttons. It also has like a suede interior. And you get the watch as well as an extra band and also some extra links to go with it. So this version of the watch is the 44 millimeter Darkhorse. Beautiful watch. You can see there's a subdued Indian motorcycle logo on the back of it. And what makes these watches so great is that they are actually made from recycled Indian motorcycles. So the aluminum parts of the Indian motorcycles, once you know they go to meet their end, they take those aluminum components, break them down, and create these watches from it. So I mean that is fantastic in of itself. Very beautiful watch. It's not too heavy. I've got a bunch of watches, and a lot of them, once you get to this 44 millimeter size, a lot of them are kind of heavy, and you end up having to, you know, move your wrist around just because, you know, you're trying to relieve some of that weight. But these here, once you get it on, you don't really have to, I mean, you kind of forget that it's there because it's so light, so comfortable, right? And if you're not a fan of the cold metal or the aluminum, they provide you with a leather band that has the Indian motorcycle logo stamped on it. Just a really good looking watch. I really like these, and I will be wearing this. All right. So this is the Henley long sleeve. I'd never heard of Henley until this. Mrs. Finesse says I'm uncultured, but whatever. Anyway, so I never heard of a Henley shirt, but basically it's the long sleeve shirts where you have your little 3 buttons here. It's got the Indian motorcycle logo on the back, or excuse me, it's got an Indian motorcycle logo here on the front. Also on the back of this, there's the Indian motorcycle logo, nice big print. It's a very, very comfortable shirt. When it's time to layer up, it's going to be really good. And also, just like on those cool days, if you're just wearing this by itself, it's going to be really comfortable. And man, and there's Indian stamped here on the buttons. So these are very premium feeling shirts. They're very nice. I like the material. It's not itchy or anything. Very comfortable. Okay. It is sized a little bit on the large side for this one because I normally wear an extra large, and this being an extra large, it's just, I mean, it's like ever so slightly larger than what what a normal extra large feels on me. So, but any other than that, like I said, it's a great shirt, and I plan on using that quite a bit. So next up is going to be the performance collection, or it's going to be items from the performance collection. I do not have all of these items. There are other items for both men and women, but I have a few of them that that interested me, and one that interested Mrs. Finesse. So I have the women's cropped hoodie. It's the same as the men's hoodie, however it's cropped. All right, to fit the women's styling. You get a nice hood. The material is comfortable. You also have thumb holes, so that when you're doing all your workout movements and things, you don't have to worry about your sleeves moving around on you. And there's also reflective elements on it as well. You have some on the front and on the back. Like I said, this material is really comfortable. It is cool to the touch. It doesn't snag on your body and like something's pulling you. All right, and then this right here is the men's long sleeve, and it has this also has the thumb hole in it. So if you have this on under something else, it could be under a jacket. It could be under a sweater or something. You don't have to worry about your sleeves going up on you as you're lifting your weights, or you're running or working out, doing whatever. You got that thumb hole there for that. So really nice. Again, it's some more of the same material. This is in a gray. And I think when you're wearing these together, they accentuate each other very nicely. These are some really solid products. And it's easy for me to talk to you about these products because I really believe that these products are as good as they claim to be. Through my experience with them, through the situations that I've been in, I never once, had an issue to where I was like, oh, this isn't enough, or this didn't do what it was supposed to do. Okay. So as a side note though, this men's Atlanta jacket, this jacket is not advertised as a cold weather jacket. This jacket is advertised, they have it as a water resistant jacket. So I'm thinking this is going to be something that's going to supplement your rain gear. So if you're not into wearing those rain gear tops, you can get a jacket or something like this that's going to, allow you to take a different route. Be a little bit more comfortable, because I know those rain gear tops are not that comfortable. But this jacket is way more comfortable than those. Again, because of the material behind it, you're going to have to break this jacket in. You're going to have to get it loose because it's a stiff material. All right. The women's jacket, great jacket overall. The active gear, it is purpose built for being active. I haven't had any issues there. These boots, fantastic. Helmets, fantastic. The watches, fantastic. Really all great products. Definitely get on the Indian Motorcycle website. See if there's anything that appeals to you, whether it be hats, shirts, pants, whatever. If it's under $100 and you have it in your cart when you go to checkout, if your cart is under $100, use the code OSCAR10. That's going to get you 10% off. And I think that's going to do it. Hey, so ride every day. And most importantly, make sure you're enjoying it. Peace.